Hi everyone, welcome to Churchill Farm, located right here in the heart of Perth County. I'm Melissa Shank. We wanted to bring you out to Churchill Farm today to introduce you to the local owners and producers, Max and Vicky Loss. Now you're in for a very special treat today. We wanted to cook a delicious meal, but here's the catch. Everything is going to be grown from right here locally in Perth County. Now I'm not exactly sure what is on the menu today, so I think we should head inside and see exactly what the chef is cooking. All right, so as promised, we are now in the kitchen, and I want you to meet Max and Vicky. So thanks so much for having us out here today.
You're welcome.
Kitchen smells delicious. Well, what's cooking in the kitchen smells delicious.
That's Jordan.
That's
Jordan.
Jordan.
And we will meet Chef Jordan in just a few moments. But first off, can you tell me a little bit of the story of Churchill Farm? Like, when did you get started?
Probably about 5 or 6 years ago when we quit dairy farming. We decided to change our life around and eat healthier. So we started raising our own animals, and from that it led to providing restaurants and retail, and just it's kind of expanded from there. We've gone to Stratford, and now we're in Toronto.
So where are some of the, you mentioned a few of the restaurants in Stratford and Toronto, where are some of the locations that you supply to?
Toronto we do mainly downtown, Cava, Nota Bene and Buca, and in Stratford we do the higher end restaurants, the Prune, Patso and Bijou.
Mostly from Max I get pork, really nice English black pork, lamb, and the odd time some chickens. It's quality. It's very obviously higher quality than most of the other products that you get. Obviously it's a lot smaller scale than most of the producers, but that really comes out in the quality of the product. His pork is like pork you've never seen before. It's phenomenal. It's really really fatty, which is a good thing. Really dark colored meat, and it's really has a lot of flavor. Well, at the end of the day, if you're getting a really high quality product, it's a lot easier to make it delicious, which then makes my life a lot easier. And I think the customers, when I'm passionate about the ingredient I'm using, I think they sense that and they feel it. A lot of times I'm out in the dining room talking to a table and they say, "This is the best pork I've ever had." And I was like, "Why is this the best pork I've ever had?" And I explained to them, because it comes from a small local producer who really loves what he's doing and produces a great product.
Well, we've tried to do a little of everything. I think kind of what my grandfather might have done. Heritage pigs. We've got a few cattle, some sheep, chickens, turkeys. You know, it's kind of a variety, and we kind of like keep it interesting. And the restaurants like it too. I think they want a provider that wants to bring all the animal groups to them. And so that's what we're trying to do.
And you know, an interesting story about your heritage pigs, right? That a lot of the restaurant owners, the chefs, love that because you grow your pigs fairly large, don't you?
Very large.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they keep wanting them larger and larger. Rob Gentili from Toronto, he goes to Italy all the time and keeps coming back and saying, "We want them bigger," and he's saying that our pigs are much like the European pig.
The unique thing about Max and Vicky's pork, we've dealt with many different farms. We've experienced different types of pork, different breeds, different weights. And as well, through the time that I've been at Buca, we've also had the opportunity to go to Italy and work with a lot of the best butchers in the world. So one of the most important things about Italy and why they produce such incredible prosciutto and cured meats and things like that is the animal. And the way the animal's raised and the way it's fed and the way it's brought up to a specific weight. And what I learned to do, I come back here and I'm communicating that with Max and Vicky, and they are more than happy to provide the kind of pork that I'm looking for in order to sort of really go that extra mile to be really traditional and make sure that that pork is of its best quality. And the animals here and the way they're raised, it's absolutely unbelievable.
So you have brought some friends here today because we are talking about not only what you produce, which we're going to taste later, and I'm very excited about that, but we have some friends here today too. So introduce me to some of our other guests that we brought in and what exactly they produce.
Okay. With us this evening are Henny and Adam van Bergheid, and they are dairy farmers, and they are about to open their own cheese factory on location, which is very exciting.
This is going to be delicious. Okay, so who else do we have, Vicky?
we have Nadia and Natasha Walsh from T&T Blueberries.
Come
in
on
Shakespeare.
down. Oh, blueberries,
Thank you.
one of my favorites. Such a
Yes.
good antioxidant.
They are amazing.
So how did you get into, do I say, the business of blueberries?
Yeah, we were looking at the time for something that would be ready in the summertime. So we have 3 kids, so they would have something to do. We had a limited amount of space, so we thought high bush blueberries were the perfect crop. So that's when we started planting them.
That's a way to earn an
And,
allowance, isn't it? Yeah.
Learn how to deal with people, and so that's how we got into the blueberry business.
Oh, and I believe that your blueberries are going to be featured in our dessert later tonight.
Yes.
I think as well, because I was in the kitchen when Jordan, our chef, who I want to introduce you to now, was doing a little bit of prep work, and it
Yeah.
looks fantastic.
Thank you,
So
yeah.
thanks for coming out tonight as
welcome.
well.
Yeah, this is
All right, so now I want to introduce you to Chef Jordan. So we took all of this local produce together, our blueberries, cheeses, pork from Max and Vicky, and Chef Jordan put it all together. So what are we gonna have tonight? Why don't you start off with, I guess, appetizer, and you can just walk us through what we're gonna do.
Sure. Well, our appetizers tonight, we're going to feature some locally smoked trout, well, locally raised and smoked trout, on top of a little salad with some local greens from Soiled Reputations, also some other filet beans, squash, and also some creamed corn, since it's we're just getting into August now. It's the season for that.
Corn is in season. Fabulous. All right, well, I will let you go to work, and we will just admire the rest. All right, thanks. Okay, your appetizer, Jordan, absolute success.
Well, thank you.
So far, so good. Okay, so we are looking at Max and Vicky's pork.
We are, yeah. This is a pork loin roast from one of their English large black pigs. So they mentioned earlier the back fat that all the chefs really enjoy, and it's at least even after it's been roasted and much of it's rendered off, you can see it's everything from sort of here to here. It's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick. Which as it roasts, we sort of slow roasted this all afternoon for about 2.5, 3 hours at a really low temperature, so that it stays really nice and juicy. And as it sort of cooks, all that fat sort of renders over it and keeps it nice and moist, and also provides an awful lot of flavor.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so what are we complimenting with this tonight?
Tonight we are going to have this pork loin sliced on top of a bit of potato gratin, since new potatoes are starting to come out, and also some sugar snap peas, which are a nice summer vegetable. And then we're going to top it all off with some of Nadia's sea buckthorn berry that we've cooked into a gastrique sauce that we'll put over top of it. They're a nice, really sort of tart complement to sort of the rich pork, and then also the creamy gratin.
Can't wait. All right, so we are ready for our next course. What are we serving, gentlemen?
Now this is a Gouda cheese. It's a half-year-old.
It's great.
Yeah, I hope it's good.
Oh, I can't wait, I can't
The
wait.
other one is with cumin. And it's about 5 months old. The other one is with pepper. It's 6 months old. And then on the far side we have the 3-year-old. It's has a strong flavor. It's drier. It's a little saltier, but I think it has a nice taste.
Okay, well that's where I'm gonna start then. All right, Jordan, we are almost at the very end, and this looks fabulous. What are we looking at? I know we've got blueberries in here.
These are Nadia's blueberries. To be honest, I'm not that much of a pastry chef, so I tend to keep dessert pretty simple. So these are just really easy blueberry crostadas, excuse me. Just featuring Nadia's blueberries and a little bit of vanilla whipped cream.
Oh, but I think when you keep it simple and all the flavors come out, it'll be absolutely divine. Well, first off, thank you so much, Vicky. Thank you so much, Max, having us out tonight at Churchill Farm. This was, it wasn't just a special treat. I mean, I wish we could come out here every night, for at least maybe once a week, once a week. You know, wow. And you do this quite often. You entertain a lot of restaurants as well, do you not?
We love to, and that's part of our business to help we want them to bring their staff out and see the animals so they can describe to their customers, you know, where the animal lives and how it was raised. So we think that's important as for them as it is for us. So we had Buka out, they brought 12 staff, and we had a great picnic.
Yeah, and we had a great conversation with Rob as well.
Yeah, no, it was great.
And so you've had Buka out, you've got many restaurants coming out, and of course, we cannot thank you enough for everyone bringing everything from cheese and blueberries and oh my gosh, like, see, this is where the magic all comes together, right? It's when I think local producers all work together, and of course then we top it off with Chef Jordan tonight, where he takes all of the magic and makes it into something extra special. So thank you, Jordan, so much. So how can people get in touch with you?
Well, just Google Churchill Farm and we should be up there. That's about it.
Excellent. Okay, so we'll put that on the screen for you, and contact Churchill Farm, and everyone else here will put all the information up on the screen for you. And you know what? Thanks so much, everyone, for a great evening. As always, Perth County, great place to live, and of course, amazing produce. So cheers to that, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.